Multiplying fractions. In this video, I'm going to give you just some introductory situations involving fractions. Pause the video and write this problem down. Jan has 4 pans of Rice Krispie treats. She sends half of the pans to school with her children. How many pans of treats does Jan send to school? After you have written down this problem, all I want you to do, I don't want you to think about what operation you're using in this situation. I just want you to draw a picture that would represent the situation. So a possible picture might be, here are the 4 pans of Rice Krispie treats. If she's going to send half of the pans to school, then I know that half of 4 is 2 pans. These are the pans that are going to go to school. So let's think about how we would write that as a number sentence. What did we do? We took part of something. And when you take part of something, you are multiplying. So we took 1/2 of 4. So let's translate that to an equation. 1/2 times 4 equals 2. Now I want you to think about this next. Write this down. What if Jan has 1 pan of treats? She still wants to send half to school, but what if she only has 1 pan? Draw a picture of what that might look like. If I were to draw this, I would say, well, here's my pan of treats. Jan wants to send half to school. That half is going to go to school. So what is it that we did in this problem? We took half of 1. And 1/2, let's write this here, 1/2 of 1 is a half. So this is what she sent to school. So 1/2 of 1, remember part of something means multiply. So 1/2 times 1 equals 1/2. Now I want you to write this next part down. What if Jan only has a half of a pan? She still wants to send half to school. What might that look like? Well, let's say this is a whole entire pan. But let's say that Jan only has this much. She only has a half of a pan. What she's going to do is take half of that half and send it to school. So she's only going to send this much to school. How much of a pan is she going to send? Well, she's going to send this much, which is what part of the whole pan? Well, we have to make, in order to work this problem, we have to make all of our parts the same size. So really, this piece right here is a 1/4. So in this situation, we took half of half, and we got a 1/4. So 1/2 times 1/2 equals 1/4. Now I want you to go back and I want you to look over all of your equations. 1/2 times 4 equals 2. And a half times 1 equals a half. And a half times a half equals a 1/4. So I've rewritten them here. And what I want to show you is that when you multiply fractions, all you're going to do is multiply numerator times numerator, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So in this situation, I put 4 over 1. All whole numbers are are whole numbers over 1. And what I did, I can say 1/2 times, I'm just going to use the dot, times 4 over 1 equals 4/2. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So let's look at this one. Let's put 1 over 1, because any whole number is a whole number over 1. So 1/2 times 1/2, all we have to do, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 1 is 2. In this last situation, we already have fraction by fraction. So we just have to multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. So, just to summarize, when the action in the problem is taking part of something, that of tells you that you can multiply. And then when multiplying fractions, you have to make sure that you have fraction by fraction, like 1/4 times 1/2, or 1/3 times 2/7. Notice you have a numerator and a denominator. If you have 1/4 times 4, you need to get that to fraction by fraction. So once you have fraction by fraction, then multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. Now I want you to write your short summary explaining the concepts in the video, and also to include questions that you still have to share with the class.